this is Amour, and today we're going to be making this fun sushi magnet. This one actually has a magnet inside, so you can stick it on your refrigerator or your whiteboard and have fun with it. Okay, here are our tools that we're going to need. You're going to need red yarn, white yarn, black yarn, yarn needle, a crochet hook, a stitch marker. I like to use a bobby pin, scissors, and our super strong Neo magnet. And I like to get one that's a little bit big, that's about 1/2 to 3/4 inch in diameter. Okay, so let's move this out of the way and let's get started. Okay, first you're going to grab the red yarn because we're going to be making a spicy tuna sushi. And first thing that you're going to do is you're going to make a loop so that we can get our yarn onto our crochet hook. Okay, next we're going to start it off by doing 2 chains. 1, 2. Okay, and now in our first round we are going to put 6 single crochet stitch into this very first chain here. Okay, here's my first single crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, you might find that it's kind of stretches as you go, but that's okay because what we're going to do is we're going to pull it tight so that we have no hole and we have 6 nice single crochet stitches around. Okay, so now I finished my spicy tuna part. I'm going to get to my rice part, and for that we are going to need a white yarn. Okay, so get your white yarn and you're gonna make a loop so that we can prepare it for our color change. Okay, so you're gonna loop it around. Okay, and then into our very first single crochet stitch that I did, this one doesn't really count because if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so in here I'm gonna go into both of the loops. And it's a little bit tight here, so let's see if I can go under both. Okay, here we go. Okay, and I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to come out like I'm doing a single crochet stitch, but instead of finishing it off with the white yarn, I'm going to grab my white yarn and I'm going to pull it through both so that I have a nice color change. Okay, now what I'm going to do is get my stitch marker. I'm going to put it in my previous stitch that I did, so I know where my rounds end. Okay, so now I'm going to increase, I'm going to have 2 single crochet in each stitch. So we have 6, so I should have 12 at the end. So in here, I'm going to do 2 single crochet stitch, 1, 2. Okay, in here I'm going to have 2. This is my 3, 4, 2 here again, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2 again, 9, 10, and in our last, we're going to also have 2 single crochet stitches. So now I'm going to have 11, 12. Okay, so now I have 12 single crochet stitches around. Okay, now I'm going to switch yarn again so I can get to the nori part or the seaweed part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my black yarn. We're going to do the same We're going to make a loop. Okay, leave that. And then in our next stitch, we're going to do the same as we're doing a single crochet stitch, except for instead of using the white to finish off, we're going to grab our black and we're going to pull through and finish off. Okay, and now I can get my stitch marker again. Here's my stitch marker here, and I'm going to put this at the end so I know that's where I ended. Okay, so now for this part, I'm going to work in the back loop, which is right here. Here's the front loop, this one right here. This is the back loop right here. Front is always the one that's closest to you, and back is the one that's away from you. Okay, so with my black, I'm going to go only into the back loop, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. And I'm going to do that all the way around. So I should have 12 slip stitches. So this is my second one. 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's only the back loop right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and our very last stitch, 12. Okay, and I'm going to put my stitch marker back in. Okay, so we can kind of see our seaweed starting to form here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to still work in the back loop. It's kind of hard to see, but here's the back, here's the front loop. I'm going to increase here and put 2 single crochet stitches here. Okay, so this is going to be our pattern for the next round. We're going to have 2 into the back loop, 1, 2, okay, back loop again, but we're going to do 1 single crochet stitch in the next 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, back loop only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm gonna repeat the pattern. I'm gonna do 2 single crochet into the back loop over here. 1, 2, and then I'm going to do single crochet in the next 5. Okay, so that's only 1 in each. 1. Okay, go to the next one. 2, 3, 4, and here's our last one. Okay, and it matches up with the 5. Back loop, and let's put a stitch marker back in. Okay. Alright, and now for our next round, I'm going to do a decrease right here. So that means we're going to go through our first, and now we're working through both. Okay, so I'm going to go under both. Okay, 1, we're going to do a decrease, so I'm going to go into the next one. Okay, so I decreased, and then I'm going to do 5 regular single crochet stitch. Okay, so here's a regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to do a decrease again. So I'm going to go through this one first, and I'm going to go through the next one. Here's the decrease. Okay, and then in the next 5, it's a regular single crochet stitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and our stitch markers here. And 5. Here. Okay, and now I'm going to kind of cut off the yarn that I don't really need. So I'm gonna cut off the red one's done. Okay, so I'm gonna cut off the red. And the black I don't really need much of either, so I'm just gonna leave a tail though. Okay, and I'm gonna cut it off also. Okay, now we gotta close it off. Okay, we're gonna use our white though. Notice I haven't cut the white. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Let's actually prepare. I'm gonna go one more with the black. Okay, pretend you're doing a single crochet stitch, but instead of using the black, I'm just gonna grab this white that's attached still from the previous white that we did, and I'm gonna pull it through. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is in the back loop, it's kind of hard to see here, but in the back loop, I'm going to decrease all the way around. So I'm going to do 6 decreases in the back loop only. Here's my first 1. Okay, here's my second one, 2. 3. 4, 5, and 6. That was all in the back loop. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the next one and fasten off. I want to leave a long tail so that I can sew it off. So I'm going to cut it off right here. Okay, I'm going to pull this through. Okay, and now I'm going to get my magnet. Okay, and you don't even really need to stuff it. I'm going to grab this magnet and I'm gonna put it in there. Okay, now I'm going to get my yarn needle. Probably wasn't a very smart idea to get a metal needle, but you could use a plastic yarn needle. They have those out there too. So you're going to pull it through. Now we're just going to sew it closed. We're going to go, it's kind of sticking, making it a little bit harder, but it's doable. So you're going to pull it through here. You're just going to stitch it closed. So I'm going to go through my next one here. Okay, and my last one right here. And then I'm going to sort of tie it off. I like to usually go like this, and then I like to put my needle through so it'll make a knot. And then I'm going to pull my yarn through one more time and then cut with my scissors so it will hide the end inside. Okay. Look, there you have it, your very own sushi magnet. And you can use you have to use a super strong magnet or it's not going to go through the yarn and stick on it. You can, and they're kind of expensive, so you can also use the ceramic magnets if you want. You would just have to glue on the outside here, and I would use something like E6000 glue. Okay, so there you have it. Let's see if it works. I have a postcard that I want to put up on my whiteboard. Okay, so I'm gonna stick it up here, and I'm gonna use my, and there you have it, your very own crochet sushi magnet. Okay, if you guys make it, I'd love to see how yours turn out. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, see you next time.